Hello everybody, my name is James, hope you're doing well and welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about a new Mercedes trick that's emerged, and apparently it's something that Ferrari is not happy about. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Formula 1 content. Also make sure to follow me on Instagram and X at James's Pit Lane. I'll leave links in the description. But let's jump straight into the video. Now, as we know, in 2026, Mercedes have been the masters of qualifying, with them knocking out the front row at every opportunity so far this year. Now, really, that's not a surprise given Mercedes have the best car. Interestingly, though, it's been reported that Mercedes are doing something interesting with their engine in qualifying, and apparently Red Bull are doing the same thing. So what is this all about? Well, apparently it's to do with both Red Bull and Mercedes having found a way around the complicated power reduction demands of the new engines at the end of qualifying laps. Basically, the race say that they're able to deploy maximum electric power for longer at the cost of the engine's MGUK being locked completely for 60 seconds afterwards. So yeah, it looks like Mercedes and Red Bull are pushing F1's complex energy management rules as much as possible. So how does this trick work? Well, the race say that F1's MGUK usage rules include a staged ramp down from full deployment to none. In the simplest terms, it usually has to be phased out 50 kilowatts at a time in 1 second intervals. So after deploying full power exiting a corner at some point on the straight, there will be a gradual step reduction in the engine's total power output. But the Mercedes and Red Bull engine teams are able to cut the MGUK from full 350 kilowatts to zero deployment in one go right at the end of their qualifying laps, thereby extending the time they get full MGUK power. It does not change how much energy they can spend, so running 350 kilowatts will mean they deploy for less time compared to running at gradually reduced power levels, but it can be a small net lap time gain overall. What they are doing is legally taking advantage of a system in place that is intended for emergency use in case a problem means the MGUK must be shut off suddenly. Now, apparently this trick was exposed by a strange side effect which is happening in practice. Basically, the race said, in certain circumstances, this then leads to drivers almost without any power, which is what caused Williams driver Alex Albon to stop on track in Friday practice in Japan, but it also meant Mercedes' Kimi Antonelli and Red Bull's Max Verstappen were left limping through the high-speed sweeps in the opening sector in free practice 2 as well. Antonelli had the same problem back in Australia FP1-2, but it went largely undetected. These have all occurred when the drivers backed off significantly after completing a flying lap and slowed right down to let another driver pass. Now, the race say that this is another case of Ferrari being annoyed at its rivals, and while Red Bull are doing this, the frustration mainly lies with Mercedes, given Mercedes is the benchmark, and as we know, Mercedes and Ferrari have clashed several times over the rules in 2026. For example, Ferrari was upset with Mercedes' interpretation of the compression ratio rules, then Ferrari got frustrated by the successful push to change the start procedure to help those, including Mercedes, who were struggling to manage the launches given their turbo designs. And the race said, so its view is that part of its own advantage has been clipped, while Mercedes has been given an assist more than once. Now this MGUK trick is seen by Ferrari as an example of rule exploitation that the FIA should probably clamp down on, but wants clarification on it either way. It accepts that what Mercedes and Red Bull are doing is within the rules, but it was not the intention, so it wants to know why it's allowed and if it will continue to be allowed. Now, apparently the FIA is known to have had some communication with at least Mercedes about using this engine mode in Suzuka following the issues in practice, and the race went on to say, even though it was not the intention for this to be used competitively, the FIA presently accepts that the rules do allow it to be the case. Multiple issues for different cars at Suzuka alerted the FIA to a potential safety concern though, and this is where it would be inclined to step in the future, if at all. Whether it was informed discussions with the FIA or not, the race understands that Mercedes opted not to continue using this deployment trick over the rest of the Japan weekend. Privately, there is known to be a feeling among some that it might not be worth the risk anyway. But that's going to be the video from me today. Thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos, and until the next one, take care.